crypto world, I like to give a peace for the day. Normally I'll be talking about energies, but we gotta talk about something else real quick. And I'm talking about mental health. Because if y'all have not realized by now, we are in a mental war. What do I mean by that? Meaning a lot of the things that's going on in our circumference, in our area, in our TVs, on our video games, is steering our minds, it's steering our ideas, it's steering everything that we try to define as ourselves. We are being given these thoughts through predictive programming. I mean, how many purge movies we gotta come without having to stop and look outside and look at all the purging that's already happening? Whether it's in the black community, the Hispanic community, hell, they keep it very quiet, but it's even happening in the white community. Yeah, your population is decreasing, and this ain't even a race thing. This is facts. If you are a white male over 35, chances are you may not make it at 36. Facts, all right? So I'm just stating in general of, if you, and Google that. Don't just go by what I'm saying. There's reports on this. I mean, Michael Moore just came out with a documentary not even too long ago talking about this exact same shit. Even though he got a little criticized about it because, you know, there was more niggas being killed around that time. But shit, he's white. He ain't gonna worry about us all the motherfucking time. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this a color thing at all, but this is the world we live in, where things are in that paradigm, is in that spectrum. That's how we have to look at things to even give a shit about it. Is it white or black? You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't even consider myself black, because I'm not. I put my hair is black, nigga. My skin is not. Period. But, you know, I go off the melanated basis. This is why, like, you know, even when talking to my lady the other day, and I'm not trying to, like, call her that on purpose, man. It's just how it comes out. But, like, even when I was talking to her the other day and we was on the conversation of, like, you know, what's the difference between black magic and white magic, and why is black magic considered this and why is white magic? Dude, I mean, look at that. They give you a dialogue for pretty much everything. Like, white and black magic make no difference. Be honest with you. Like, they make none. If you look at white and black magic, it ain't nothing but the yin and yang principle. It's nothing but balance. That's all. You can use black magic for good. You can use white magic for good. You can use, you know, or vice versa. You can use them both for bad. It's all about the intention. They don't give a fuck. That kind of energy doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Again, let's go back to the blender theory and shit. When I was talking about, like, you know, how if you put a power to a blender, or if you put a power source to an outlet, you know what I'm saying? That outlet don't know what you about to use that shit for, but you put in the work. So it's going to give it to you. So voodoo, the same thing. You put in that work, it's going to give you the power. That's just what it is. And the reason why I'm bringing that up also is because attention is power. So just think about all the stuff they're making us think about right now that don't even motherfucking matter. All right, that has us beefing. That has us giving unnecessary opinions to people, shaming people. You know, because people don't want to be seen thinking outside the box. We all have to be conformed to this box. And that's the funny thing, because I don't teach astrology, but I speak of it a lot. And people always say, oh, you're trying to put me in the box, No, I'm not trying to put you in the box. You're already in one. I'm trying to help you think outside of the motherfucker, is what I'm trying to do. But I, of course, have friends that are like, oh, well, you didn't know. No, if you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, then fucking turn your ears off. You the one asking, not me. I know what's going on around me. I don't have to consult in anybody. I just got to look. I'm a visionary. I see everything that's going on around me. And I have a complete understanding to it. And yes, I do have an opinion on it. And, it is what it is. And this is how people have to start living Instead of trying to conform and stay in this masses of like, you know, this, that, and the third, you need to start thinking for yourself. This is why Monsanto can go through a lawsuit and lose $293 million for poisoning everybody trying to eat healthy. We don't even grow our own food. But yeah, we want to claim that we're free. Do you know where your food comes from? Alright. We want to claim that, you know, if we have to go biblical and stuff, you know, we claim to be, you know, humble. We don't judge anybody, especially if you're a Christian, blah, blah, blah. But y'all do the worst judging in the world to your own people. People that need help. And this is why mental illness is running astray, especially in men. Because we're constantly forced to bury our emotions. We are constantly forced to not be seen as a wimp, a weenie, for expressing emotions, when our emotions should count just as much as any other female around the planet, and it shouldn't even be seen as like a sad thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how you heal. How do you heal something if you don't address it? How do you think you get serial killers and shit like that? Because they never had a chance to, like, I'm not even gonna state it like that because I may even put it wrong, but just there's people that go through certain things and never get that proper healing moment. Take slavery, for instance, 400 years, and then you add Jim Crow and everything 100 years after, niggas never had a moment to heal. There were certain points and parts where they were getting into that, and then it was disrupted immediately after by the people that they were released from. And black folks weren't even trying to go back after those enslavers. They just wanted their own land. They wanted to be free. And then the black folks were antagonized, had churches burned, had schools burned, had hospitals burned, all of Wall Street burned. Again, this is not to be racial. I'm just telling you the factor of mental health illness that we're having in this country. People don't heal from that. And that's ancestry. That's DNA. That is chain. That is going back on the line and then revisiting it today. And this is what we're getting. And like I said, this is why you have men disrespecting women and shit. Because we get our ass whooped from our single mama who's at work all day and has no time to come and hug a nigga after she had to discipline you because she has to go back to work. So there's no consequences to our actions. So then we repeat this same pattern over and 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 over. It becomes a natural thing. And there's no healing from it. None. And then we get into the ages where we start having our own kids and all this stuff, and we're still stuck with the same mentality that we grew up with. We never had the opportunity to heal and come out of that because we're never taught to. We're just inducing more and more entertainment, pornography, fucking derogatory music, fucking just everything to put you down and keep you in that lower base chakra. Like I said earlier, man, how many purge movies we gotta go through before we actually take a look outside and look at all the smoke. Look at if we can see this shit. I don't know if you can even see that. Look at all the smoke around us. Nigga, they trying to kill us right now. You don't know all of what else is being burnt in this. Yeah, it was just a couple fires. No, what else is being burnt in this fire? And we've been breathing it for the last month. It's just getting thicker every day. Happens to just be in one particular area. Come on, man. Stop it. What do you think that's doing to people's health? What do you think that's doing to people's minds? Almost every time I drive out here, I'm always seeing somebody about to crash. You see people like just straight brain dead on the road, man. Like it's kind of scary to drive sometimes. Because you don't even know. Yeah, I'm probably not the only one that's seen that. I'm sure if you drive around, you see car accidents, people swerving, people going slow, people going extremely too fast. I mean, like, you just see all sorts of different ways of seeing people. This thing is affecting heavily. And then when it's gone, and then we go into flu season, and then we go into cold season, and then we go into all that stuff. This stuff is going to come back up. How many deaths are we going to have after this smoke? I'm just saying, people, wake up to what's going on around you. All right? Stop judging people for what they feel they need to do for their situation at the time. If you ain't in that situation, then you literally have no right to critique, judge anything on that person's situation unless you are in it yourself. And even to which then, you have no business fucking with them if you got your own shit. Like, it's simple. Yeah. And this mental health shit goes deep and stuff because it also makes people go solid. They become introverts, though a lot of people are extroverts, right? More people are outer. More people are expressive. More people are really out there. But we've also been based in a society where we get judged for being quote-unquote weird. When if you look at the etymology of weird, it's just a person that controls their own life. You don't want to be weird? I guess you rather be sane like everybody else, because everybody else is fucking sane, right? Everybody else is sane. Even if you go down to the biblical side of it, where they just came out with popes and shit for over 80 years touching and raping these kids. Look at just think of the mental illness of those people. Even though they didn't tell nobody anything, imagine what position they were placed into and what they were doing to other people. That's a whole strand of just consistent habitual training, because some of those kids came out to be priests, judges, all that type of stuff. Wicked shit that happens all day every day in this world while they tell you to give up all your freedoms and all that stuff and praise one thing. No, man, no, I will not do that. I will not sit there. My ancestors won't let me do that no more. They won't. Bigger than that. And like I said, how this all ties into mental illness is because I couldn't think like this if I'm still in the structure of waiting for football season to start. Alright, I couldn't be in the structure of this thinking every day, oh my God, how my bills gonna get paid. Yeah, I'm behind on shit, but I know God got me, and that doesn't mean I don't get to put in work or anything like that to make up my whole situation right. But I have to be in my clear mental mindset. I have to have a clear mind. I can't be corroded like I have been almost all this year in order to get anything done. How am I going to get anything done if I'm sitting there focused on all the wrong things? How are you going to get anything done if you over here focus on all the wrong things and not healing yourself? Everybody had a childhood. Everybody has something fucked up happen in that childhood, and everybody has something in that fucked up memory in that childhood state that you have buried and don't want to resurface, and it's resurfacing right now, whether you like it or not. Everything. Rather it's abandonment, rather it's like, just things being taken away from you, rather it's like choices that you never thought you would make, but now you have to. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like dealing with parents, dealing with just those style of people involved. All that takes toll on your mental mindset. And then when it's all said and done, you want to try to bury it instead of conversing about it. But the reason why you don't converse about it is because you're afraid of people shaming you. You're afraid of people talking down about you. You're afraid. Fuck that. Those people that talk that noise are in the same position as you. Only difference is you have the balls to actually say and do something about it. That is your power. Be happy and proud about that. Don't ever let nobody take that from you. Take that energy and rise yourself up even higher. Anybody got to talk noise about that? Get those motherfuckers away from you, because they don't need to be around you anyway. They're affecting your growth. They're not helping it. They're stunting your growth. They're not helping you rise to that next plane. That's what's happening with all those people around you. When you want to do something with somebody and that person acting sideways about it, man, fuck them. Push them off to the side and focus on you. You. And all the right people will come to you when that part is necessary. All right? That's just how that magnetism works. You clear your vessel. You clear this temple, you clear this church, people will come to it, my girl, my peoples, and all y'all, if you watching this, you smart enough to know that already. You beyond smart enough to know that. Alright? Rather you feel this or not. At least with everything I said to this point, you already know that you believe in what I just said, because this is most likely what you've been feeling and what you've been wanting to do, or even wanting to express yourself in a whole different manner, but you're afraid because you need your 9 to 5. Again, there's always smart tactics to do what it is that you want to do. It's just, are you willing to put in that work? Are you willing to put in that time? Are you willing to dedicate yourself to bettering you? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Because if you put that $5 in punk ass McDonald's, you should have no problem putting $5 into Lance Juices. You should have no problem putting $5 into the Patreon when Beautiful Transformation goes online like that. You should have no problem doing any style of thing that has to deal with investing in you. You should have no problem with it, because if you spend time giving your money or your attention, because that's a form of currency too, is attention. Whatever you give your attention to comes to life. So the more and more you put attention to your negative thoughts, why do you think your world crumbles around you? Because you're giving it that energy. The more energy you give to positivity, that's why do you think things go happy? You got to have that balance on what you want to give your focus to. This even goes with people. They, best friend or not, man, sometimes you got to just bounce from them. They may not be on the level as you. And that doesn't mean it's going to be forever. It just means at this point in time, I'm going this way, you going this way. 2 years, end of the year, whatever. Y'all can meet up and be on a different plane and understanding. And y'all can continue your situation from there. But people are afraid to do that because people are afraid to be by themselves. You afraid to be by yourself? I've been by myself. I got people around me at all times, but I love being by myself. I go skate by myself, got my headphones in and stuff. I don't talk to nobody around me. Some people call that selfish. I don't. That's just getting in tune with me. That's being happy with me. Midway through the skate session, I'll take my headphones out and start associating and all that stuff. But for the most part, I'm there for me. I'm not there for anybody else. When I do these videos, as you can see, I'm by my dolo. I'm just watching people walk by and all that stuff. I don't care if they hear me or not, because I don't care what people think. They're allowed to think what they want. Who the fuck am I to change what they think? I can only control what I can control. And the reason why I'm bringing this up to y'all is so that I can give you this perspective. So then you can change your format of how you go about dealing with people from day to days and stuff like that. And how it's easier to make these certain decisions that you know you got to make already to help better you in your situation. Yeah. And I feel like that's a lot of the energy of this week too, since we got to hop in energies also. That's a lot of the energies of this week. Going into Virgo season. Practicality. You know what I'm saying? Real physical time shit. Time to get on it. Especially in health. With after the smoke, it'd be best to start investing in masks and start, looking up stuff that's gonna have to deal in cleansing the lungs and the and all the I forgot the name, not hippocampus, the thyroid area. That's where all your fluids that help flush all that shit that goes to your head, that right here drops all down into your kidneys. Okay, that's all toxic. This is about to be going, that's how people are going to be getting sick, man. You're going to hear a lot of kidney flus, cancers, all that. You're going to be hearing a lot of that in these coming up months. While we waiting for the Neil and, the Seahawks to go 6-10. Wank, wank. But, that's what we're heading on to. So I brought this up just because, like I said, this all ties in with mental health and just your health aura in general. Is everything that's going on around you, your environment. What can you do to change it? What little things can you do to help better yourself and your situation? Who do you gotta drop? Sometimes it could even be your mama. It could be your daddy. It could be your cousin. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It don't matter. Yeah, it's unfortunate, it sucks, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to help you. Because if not, that's just weight that's dragging you down. If you ain't opening your eyes and trying to resolve your problems right now with this energy that's allowing you to do it and rewarding you with like real healing at the end, like meaning the next day you wake up with that old thought out of your head. And then, of course, it's going to test you. It's going to come back and see if you still want to do the same things or whatever. But, you know, all you got to do is pass that test. And, you know, the easiest way to pass a test is to be alive. Stay humble. Be chill. Run through the emotion. Feel it if you need to. You know, cry if you got to. Let that shit out. But just know when you done, you can step back into your power and make it happen for you. Whatever it is you got to do, go do it. This is no more waiting time, okay? We about to hop into the second decan of Capricorn. Saturn and Capricorn. Saturn is the old man, it's the father, it's the patience, it's the I'm going to give you a gift, but it's going to take this much time, so you better perfect it within this time frame, because once I'm gone, this is where you're at. So this is the time where all that stuff that you need to fix in your life, get it done now. That's why you're listening to this. That's why you're on this page. That's why you're doing everything that you can, because you're trying to invest in yourself, and I'm here to help. And you know, the admin is here to help with that, with the quotes and stuff that she be posting and everything. Fuck, just hop on YouTube. There's plenty of people like me doing this. Not just me. Hell, I hop on there to hear from them and break down what I need to in my mindset and share it out with you. I mean, check out the Peace Dealer, check out the Hood Mystic, check out Dolo the Pilot Man. I mean, there's some up and downs on some of his stuff, but nonetheless, fire nonetheless. All it is perspective. You don't have to follow any of these motherfuckers. Fuck, don't even follow me. Don't follow me nowhere. Alright? Because I am flawed. I do have my own shit to go through, and you know what I'm saying? But I feel that the universe put me here to go through the issues I go through to help others that don't know how to get out of those issues. Because I keep hearing this revolving door, this repetitive pattern, which is even stuff that I'm working on in myself. There's repetitive patterns that I always have. Like, you know, I always tell myself I'm going to make this shit happen, and then I wind up not even doing it for like 2 weeks. I got to stop that. Got to change that. And if people have that same, you got that problem too? Time to change that. Let's change it together. I don't want to make this too long, but the spirit just had me on that one. This has been Dixon, the angel of I am. Beautiful transformations. I really appreciate you guys listening. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing comments or anything. And if I said something that bothered you, let me know. Don't hold it to yourself. You know, plus it's the internet. This is where people get tough anyway. So why you gotta be afraid to tell me something on something that people get tough on all the goddamn time? No way. I'm not even trying to pump out that negative energy. I'm just letting y'all know where my levels are, man. I got this. Alright. So once again, this is your boy, Dixon, Angel of I Am, August 21st, 2018. Virgo season, here we come. Let's get some shit done. Alright? Peace, love to all.